Well, they haven't played together in 43 years, but that's not stopping the band Crosstown Traffic from revisiting the rock covers of their youth. And tonight they're bringing that nostalgia back on stage for Corner Brook's Come Home year. CBC's Troy Turner caught up with 4 of the original 5 members as they rehearsed for their first show in decades.
So I'm Tom Alteen. I reside in St. John's, and I'm the drummer for Crosstown Traffic.
I'm Don Ryan. I'm originally from Queen Street boy, but I've been out of Newfoundland for 26 years, live in Ontario, and I'm the bass player.
I'm Bill Moore. I live in Caledon, Ontario. I left Corner Brook in 1976, so a while ago, and I'm a guitar player.
My name is Brian Dix. I'm the only guy that sort of stuck it out here and stayed in Corner Brook. I'm the singer, and I do some guitar work.
Whose idea was it to get back together and make this reunion happen?
Put together I thought it was going to be a memorial site to the band, because I thought the band was pretty much over. And I guess the guys got kind of excited again. And then we started talking about a reunion. And Donnie sort of came up with the idea, and he sort of said, well, if we're ever going to do this, the come home year is the time to do it, So we sort of put our heads together, and it sort of came together, and the guys came home, and here we are.
I hadn't planned on coming home, but I always said to the guys, I can come home in a minute's notice. I still do some playing back in Ontario, and I'd come home on a drop just to play with the boys.
I come back fairly regularly to visit family and so on, but to come back and play with these guys is a thrill for me. I haven't played in a long time, certainly in a group. The last time I played was with these guys, so it's pretty exciting to come back and do it all over again.
Brian, you've been part of the revival, of course, of Crosstown Traffic over the years. I think this is the first time when you've had 4 of the original members back. What's it like playing with your old friends from the 70s again?
Oh, it's a real treat. I'm delighted. Bill, Donnie, I hadn't seen Bill, I think, for probably over 40 years. And so, for us to get together and to be able to relive some of those, moments, because nostalgia is a wonderful thing when it's good memories, and we have a lot of those from back in the day. When we were playing this music, it wasn't classic rock then; it was the music of the day. Now it's classic rock, which says something about how long ago this was.
I realize how ambitious we were when we were young. Playing stuff by Led Zeppelin, the Allman Brothers Band. These musicians are world class, and so. I think we've all risen to the challenge again, and it's been a lot of fun, but we realize how brave we perhaps were when we were young.
So the music, this is the stuff that I love playing, and it's a different style of music, because I know there's nobody playing this stuff these days. Nobody.
We have some new people with us now too. We have Tom Daniels on keyboards, we have Jim Coleman on percussion, Melanie Goss and Amanda Johnson, with background vocals, Lloyd Gardner, who's kindly joining us with vocals and guitar, and Daryl Parrott from the mixtapes, who's coming in on a couple of tunes. So we're working with a lot of new musicians as well.
The amps are fired up, the instruments are on. You've decided what that first song is going to be that you're going to try rehearsing first. Take me through that first couple minutes. What was that like?
First thought probably was, what the hell are we doing? What were we thinking?
That was the second thought and the third thought, too.
Second and the third thought.
And I think when we started, I got a little goosebumps, and because to me it sounded great.
In terms of friendships, did they just pick up where it left off years ago?
I can only say, just looking at the guys, it was a big thrill for me, and seeing us all in the room together.
I've been talking about doing this for a number of years, and this was the opportunity for it to happen. So, for me, where I've been here all these years, to have these guys come into town, and to see their faces, to have shake their hands, give them a hug, and then strap on some instruments, it is certainly a special moment.
It's like it never ended, really, other than, it's been a challenge to rise up again together and get tight and all that, but pretty much it seemed very much like it did back then.
Just pick up where we left off.
We kind of walked in the room, had a few handshakes and hugs, and sat down, started playing. It was really neat. There's no friends like old friends, you know.
And the music lives on, right? That was Brian Dix, Tom Alteen, Don Ryan, and Bill Moore, some original members of Crosstown Traffic. Tonight's show will be the first time they've played together in 43 years. Imagine that moment after 43 years. Wow.